Yo, what's up, YouTube frogs? How's it going? Welcome in. Young Thug fans are turning on him. Listen, fair warning. YouTube frogs watching. I'm 11 hours into stream, so if I'm a little less energetic than usual, I'm so sorry. Original video will be linked at the top of the description. Make sure you go watch it before you watch my reaction to it. Second link will be, what is it, Dominic? Oh, Dommy? Hey, yo, what? His channel will be the second link, and the third link will be my Twitch stream. Feel free to stop by sometime. We're trying to kill a subathon timer right here. Ooh, might have to cut that out. I said this K word. Oh. But yeah, dude, let's get into it. I am a Young Thug fan myself, and I think I know where this is going. Also, fair warning, I pause, and I also talk to my chat too much. So you've been warned, YouTube frogs. Again, make sure you go watch the original video first, so you don't get annoyed by my pauses. Z-Boy! Good morning, GOAT!
Damn, Thug done beat a Rico and came out lame as hell. Young Thug's run since getting out, showing DJ Khaled barely being able to play basketball.
Willie, welcome back, brother.
Since Thug got out of jail, showing a picture that says, when you find out your GOAT is washed.
No!
After Young Thug came home after the YSL Rico, fans expected
money on money. Oh, that's literally what they're doing here. My bad.
To make a grand return.
That song.
A first day out single, an album, a tour, and even reunite everyone's favorite artists again. But it has been far from that. He dropped a single which fans laughed at for being incredibly boring, repeatedly calling Gunna a rap, even though Thug also took a plea deal, signing upcoming Atlanta artist 9 Victims who has disturbing allegations against him.
Oh my God, washed! Dude, listen, this is dumb, but I literally put Young Thug on my Mount Rushmore of rappers, bro. Tupac, Kendrick, Mac, Thug. Because, like, what everything Thug did for, like, mumble rap and bringing that whole scene of, like, different, oh my God, and now he's washed. Now he's freaking washed. He don't got internet, bro. Yo. Sounds good, Willie. Sleep well, bro. Juicy deets. Yeah, we're about to get the juicy deets, I guess. Z-Boy, good morning, GOAT. I hope you rested well. I hope your morning's going amazing.
And most recently, even labeling Kid Cudi as a rat for testifying against Diddy. It's been a complete mess for Thug ever since he got out, and with him planning to drop his album next month, it's not looking too great for him.
It's
so
Jover.
Let's bring it all the way back to the May of 2022, pretty much 3 years ago from now. Young Thug, Gunna, and 28 other YSL associates were charged in a 56-count Georgia RICO. Now, of course, everyone was devastated. Thug is seen as—
Dude, I literally can't believe I was like dancing and turning up when Thug got released. I was like, these motherfuckers told me it was over for him. They said minimum he's getting 15. He's free, motherfuckers. And now we're on a downward spiral. Are you kidding me?
As an Atlanta legend, not only putting out hits and albums people loved, but also being—
Oh, I thought he meant hits like to kill people.
Seen as an inspiration to multiple generations of artists, whether it be the likes of Uzi, Carti, and Lil Baby, claiming they all look up to Thug, or even this news generation with the likes of Yeep, Ken Carson, and Sofago. And the thing with Thug—
Are you asking? I don't know what Young Thug did to be involved in the RICO. Allegedly, well, okay, this is what I heard, right? Allegedly, he housed people who he made a hit to go take out some people, right? And then house them, and then also just like drugs and guns and stuff like that. I don't know fully. Maybe he'll break it down. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's actually the facts, though.
Thug's career at that point in time was, even though he was already deep into the game, numbers wise he was just entering his peak. In 2019 he achieved his first #1 album with So Much Fun, selling 131,000 units in its first week, followed up by Slime Language 2 and Punk in the following years, which also landed at the #1 position in the albums chart.
My GOAT was not washed.
Which completely outperformed anything he put out in the past. Before So Much Fun, Thug had never cracked a top spot or six-figure openings. So as Thug was incarcerated, he was scorching hot, with fans expecting this Rico to make even more buzz around his name, allowing him to come home greater and bigger than ever. If he gets out and drop an album, I can honestly see him selling 200k easy.
I'm actually interested to see, because if he has an album coming out, right, like this is just like at the end of the day, this is internet shit, right? This is like shit that's just like people are gonna be like, oh, that's lame, still gonna bump the album. Like, I'm probably still gonna at least listen to it. Like, maybe he's gonna have like a comeback. I'm holding on to that until we get into like the gruesome details here, and then I'll be like, oh my god, you're telling me I can't fuck with Thug no more? I mean, you know, nobody's gonna tell me, but like, morally, I'll feel weird if it's like absolutely horrible. But I mean, it's already, arguably, the Cudi stuff's already horrible. He could have been making, like, a poor taste joke. You know, it kind of goes back to me, like, making fun of, or at least, like, my viewpoint. It goes back to people making fun of people who just aren't funny. Like, specifically, like, these people, they're like, legalize comedy again. It's like, well, no, you're just not funny. Like, you could probably say crazy shit, and it would be fine if it's funny, you know? So maybe that's what happened to Thug. Then maybe when he was like, oh, people really aren't rocking with this, delete. You making fun of disabled people, we get it.
Man, the first day out track alone would break the internet. I mean,
But yeah, this is at the end of the day like internet stuff. Sorry to pause again so quickly, but I didn't conclude my point. I don't think all this will really affect his first week sales that much, so I'm interested to see how well he sells.
We've seen it before. When a rapper gets locked up and then eventually freed, it creates this huge anticipation as fans haven't heard anything from them in such a long time.
And the new single's doing well.
And not only did the actual arrest of Thug and Gunna have mainstream attention, but also all the events surrounding the trial. Truly humble under God, Thug's music being played in the courtroom, Gunna supposedly snitching.
Dude, halftime in the courtroom and Thug's like, he's like going with the flow. He's like, he's so proud of the flow, dude. Oh, dude, I'm glazing. I'm literally riding it so hard. Like, literally the tip is red. I'm sorry.
Lil Woody's theatrics on the stand, it was like some sort of TV show. And I mean, his labels even dropping his music throughout his time away, singles with the likes of Yeet, Calvin Harris, and Mariah the Scientist, even dropping an entire Metro Boomin curated album.
Yeah.
His business. However, none of these had that real hype or feeling, as it wasn't actually Thug dropping the music, it was people behind the scenes. And now let's move on to Young Thug's release from jail, because this is where the real controversy starts. So Thug would end up getting 15 years of probation, which many saw as a success. He is able to go straight home after facing life in prison. However, his parole had some terms that may affect how he would go about his career. No Metro Atlanta for 10 years, no contact with anyone he knows to be in a criminal street gang or with any co-defendant, except his brother and Gunna for contractual music business, cannot promote a gang on social media, no use of gang hand signs, lingo or symbolism.
Yeah, Young Thug, no phasing up, dude.
Zero guns within arm's reach of him, random drug screens. So that's just some...
Oh, dude, imagine not being able to, from time to time, bro. Kidding me? And Thug's position. Oh man, bro, that'd be hard. I mean, it'd be, you know. Sorry. John Bellion just released his album early into the email list, so that's kind of fire. Gonna have to end this stream now. Yeah, guys, I know I said I was gonna try and get this up on timer to about 45 hours. Yeah, I gotta go. Oh my gosh, I was gonna say something about the probation. Oh yeah, it would definitely be hard, dude. Especially if you like were on drugs before and then now you can't like do anything at all. Yeah. What the fuck you mean, Mr. The one thing I learned is if you ever go to jail, just hope you are a famous rapper, because no matter what you do, people will say free them. Like, I ain't even talking about this. I mean, I seen a rapper kill someone in a car crash and people went, free him. There we go. 5 hours of reacts. God help us all. Oh yeah, we're already 5 in, brother. We got 5 more. Nah, dude, I'm gonna get super baked and play Just Cause 3 here in a little bit.
Some of them, ones that I think would impact his career the most, because we all know a large portion of Thug's image is guns, drugs, and street activity.
Yeah, literally.
So with Thug literally being banned from associating himself with that, everyone thought he was going to be sent straight back to jail for violating his parole, with fans suggesting he's gonna have to do a career makeover. He's gonna start making gospel music. But most people weren't really concerned about that yet. They were just happy that the legend was home. However, his return didn't go as fans expected. As days passed after his release on the 31st of October in 2024, and fans got nothing. Some were arguing to relax, as he has just spent 2 years in a cell by himself. He probably just wants to spend some time with his family and enjoy his freedom. But then came something that severely concerned fans, as on the 3rd of November, Thug would tweet,
He's got so much swag. Sorry, had to pause again. Glaze.
Up one of these rats, Peter, which is obviously quite stupid, as this is the kind of vague, aggressive language that could easily be interpreted as a violation of his probation terms.
Thug.
Here he is basically saying he wants to put a snitch to sleep,
Thug.
presumably targeting this at Gunner.
Thug.
Now, whilst Thug thought he was looking cool tweeting out threats like this, well, fans began literally clowning him for putting out stuff like this, when he could be called back to carry out a 15-year sentence for violating his parole terms. This fella doesn't like being free. Bro ain't making it that 15 years with his energy. And he would only continue to make it worse for himself, as just a week later he would tweet, "Gunner, stop acting like we friends on the internet. I don't know you, my guy." Which is of course directed at his YSL signee, who he is no longer on good terms with, as he allegedly snitched on Thug and his label after taking an altered plea deal in which he admitted YSL is a gang and needs to end. Now, fans argue whether he snitched or he didn't, but it's clear Thug and his people don't mess with him anymore. But that's not even the problem here.
Damn, bro, Gunna had twink death. I'm not gonna lie, bro. Gunna had some twink death there, bro. Yeah, I love God. The only drug I do is communion. Leaked lyrics from new songs. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I think Thug and KB need to get together. You know what I'm saying? They need to get their two geniuses, Thug and Lecrae. Ooh, we got a banger for you. Hey, if Lecrae already worked with Zaytoven, let's get them all together, brother. Get them all together. Well, you know, he can't be in Atlanta, so they're gonna have to meet up in like Charlotte, North Carolina, or some shit like that. And get in the studio and cook it up. You know, collab tape, bro. Taking Lecrae to new heights. Get him his 7th Grammy, bro. I mean, come on, bro. Dude got a little bit of swag. Lecrae got a little swag. He got some rap ability. They're like, yeah, fuck it. This is better than literally any Christian music we've ever heard before. Literally the only thing close to this is Skillet, and now they're like making like some sort of like pop fucking mix with guitar. We don't know. Lecrae here, have the Grammy. You're doing what, Jay? Oh, nah. I know. I'm upset about my goat's downfall, too. This, by the way, you guys want to know what I'm going to call this video? Do you guys want to know what I'm going to call this video? Young Thug's downfall needs to be studied?
It's the fact he continues to put out tweets which don't look too great in
Question
court.
mark.
He would end up saying he was hacked as more tweets were sent out.
What? I'm in Metro Atlanta right now. Don't tell the state. Oh, my God. Thug and NF collab when? Yo, real. NF can teach him about how not to say swear words and stuff. Yeah.
With one of them even trolling the state, saying he's in Metro Atlanta. But that may have just been a terrible excuse he came up with. But apart from playing with his freedom and even having girlfriend issues, Thug...
She's so sad. She's so mad. I said, what? She's so mad. I said, Merry Christmas, and she said, thank you.
issues, Thug was not releasing any music.
Sorry, it's kind of funny.
That was until the 3rd of January in 2025.
Lil Baby!
Thug would feature on Lil Baby's album Wham! On the song Dumb, Dumb and Dumber alongside Future, which at first had insane hype, as of course it was the first official Thug verse since his arrest all the way back in 2022. And I mean, the song was hard. However, people also felt the song was boring and generic. Kinda mid, feel like I'm being gaslit by all the hype. I feel like this is just a typical song like Thug and Future do well, but it just feels run of the mill. And I mean, I think we can understand what people are saying. Like, sure, it's hard, but also pretty
It didn't have any staying power, is the main thing. Like, I'll throw that on every now and then. It's like literally on the stream playlist. I'll throw it on and be like, yeah, this is a vibe. But like, after the first week, I was like, Yeah, I mean, it was good. Like, if it comes on the playlist, I'm probably not going to skip it. But I'm also not like, oh, dude, I need to hear that song. Now, the new Future and Young Thug, it might be new, right? It might just be whatever. But that shit kind of hits. I'm not going to lie. That shit be stuck in my head. Money on money on money, you dig? I'm spending this shit on my bitch and my kids. Lil Baby? Oh my God, bro. Lil Baby made one of the greatest rap songs ever. And I will not go into detail on which one. But dude, that guy, it's okay, Jay, I understand. Yeah, his voice definitely is different. It tickles something for me, though. We about to go on a Lil Baby listen along here in a minute, though. I'm gonna put you through hell, bro. You're gonna be like, I'm muting up. Oh, Young Boy? Yeah, I do get that one a little bit. Yeah, I mean, I do like some Young Boy songs. In my opinion, I'm thinking about this, and this might just absolutely upturn YouTube comments. But and maybe some people are gonna be like, yeah, that's not even a crazy take. That's like a good take. Like Lil Baby all day. Lil Baby all day between the two. Young Boy's like cool. Like I fuck with it, but it's like, let me think of this. Let me think of a good comparison. I already have one, like the Young Boy comparison. It's like, I don't know, maybe like even like Chief Keef versus Young Thug. It's like, was Chief Keef like influential and like had like a bunch of shit? Oh yeah, but Young Thug was like really like doing it like over time and time again. Young Boy's done a lot too. That might not be a good comparison, but it's like just like not quite to that artist level, at least in my opinion. From what I've seen and listening to both of them, I fucking love Lil Baby. Young Boy, pretty cool. Like I fuck with some of his songs, not quite as much. I loved DaBaby before he got all weird. Yeah, DaBaby's weird. Like I still listen to DaBaby. It's just he does the same flow. It's the same problem with Little Skies. I fucking love Little Skies. I'll defend Little Skies till the day I die, bro. But yeah, it's like he just kind of does the same flow on the same beats. Like there's no real like evolution. And the same thing happened with DaBaby. Like he's got bars and shit. It's just the same flow, so it gets boring. I was trying to quote quote the Young Boy tweet, but I can't say the other word in place of stupid. I also will not type what the tweet was in a public chat or anywhere. But yeah, I don't mean to be I don't mean to be too harsh on Young Boy or Chief Keef, because I recognize they're both very influential in their own ways. I don't know why I gotta compare artists. That's my bad, honestly. Wasn't Ty Dolla $ign? I think he was cool before he worked with Kanye. Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't know. That's my thoughts. You know, some people still fuck with him super heavy. He got that one song with the Migos. It's like painfully underrated. Wait, Ben. What are you doing? I've been drinking. He worked with Ye. That's literally, yeah, that's like 2 of Kanye's albums is with Ty Dolla $ign. They're collab albums, unless I'm completely mistaken. Liked when he was with Post, like on fucking that one song. Yeah, I'm with that too, dude. Yeah, Ty Dolla $ign. Ty Dolla $ign's like painfully underrated. Honestly, like even though he's worked with Ye and shit, like he's still painfully underrated. He's really good, in my opinion, at least from everything I've heard. Anyways, let's continue. I got so sidetracked.
Similar to what we've gotten before, which, you know, is not a bad thing, but it was supposed to be this big moment, Thug first verse since his arrest, but it just didn't end up having that feel it was supposed to. Well, it would be after this that Thug would begin rolling out his next album, Oi Scutty. Metro putting out tweets stating he's working on the next album, Thug announcing his first show since his release.
You better stop it! I'm gonna start humping my desk! I'm gonna hump a hole through my desk, you better cut it out, you better start saying some crazy shit, dude. Sway Lee, I don't really have an opinion on Sway Lee. Every feature I've ever heard, I liked, what's Sway Lee and his brother's fucking, oh my god. What's the duo? Is it racial? I fuck with that. I fuck with their duo shit, but I haven't really tapped in on Sway Lee. Y'all like Lil Dicky? Yeah, dude, I've been on Lil Dicky, bro. I know you put the nerd emoji, but I fuck with Lil Dicky. Lil Dicky actually got it like that, but he's like, nah, I'm good. I don't really like being a rapper that much.
plastering Oi Scutty on social media, with Future also showing support, and with him also featuring on Playboi Carti's music album, even though it was originally a 2020 verse from a song Thug recorded with Gunna, it still gave Thug that hype he needed, and it seemed like he was properly rebuilding his hype and gearing up to drop his first official album since his arrest in 2022. However, he would actually end up making things worse for himself, as on Twitter, Young Thug would call out Marissa Viverito, an investigator with the Atlanta Police Department, calling her the biggest liar in the DA office, whilst attaching a picture of her, which backfired immediately, as District Attorney Fannie Willis filed a motion claiming Thug has engaged in conduct that directly threatens the safety of witnesses and prosecutors, compromises ongoing proceedings, and warrants immediate revocation of probation. As after he put out the tweet, people online started leaking her address, personal information, and even made threats against her. So basically, they want Thug back in jail due to this tweet.
I don't have any opinion on them, Jay.
Thug is not responsible for the action of other people, so the judge would deny the request as his own tweet wasn't anything bad. However, it was definitely on the riskier side, with the judge even suggesting Thug to be careful with what he says about certain topics.
Lock it in.
Does not find that the cited social media post rises to the level of a violation, it may be prudent for Williams to exercise restraint regarding certain topics, with Thug himself ending off the situation by saying in a tweet he's a good person. I don't make threats to people, I'm a good person. I would never condone any threatening anyone or definitely participate in threatening anyone. I'm all about peace and love. Now look, I just don't know why he's playing with freedom like this. Just a couple months ago he was fighting a case that could
Sorry, seen Josh say, nah, Loki, I don't fuck with him now. I'm waiting for Josh's lived up take in here to be like, now this is why I think that's wrong. Josh, Cook. No, Cook, please tell me. No, I'm sorry I'm being mean, dude. I'm sorry, I'm 11 and a half hours in the stream. I'm just looking for something to make a stupid joke about. I get you can't control a big fan base, but you gotta know some fuckers are going to be edgelords 3000s and dox people. Oh yeah, I mean, respectfully, again, literally, I put Thug on my Mount Rushmore of rappers, right? He knew what he was doing, right? He knew what he was doing. The thing, though, is, like, I kind of know that comes with the territory, though, right? With Thug, like, he's going to be wild. Like, you know, this is, like, tame for what he used to do, you know?
Got him life in prison, got out on time served with probation, and now he's risking his freedom again.
Yeah, dude.
I just don't understand it. With fans, of course, having the same opinion about this, just like they had with his previous tweets. Stop doing this, or you'll go back to prison, or jail. But not only were fans annoyed at Thug for not dropping music and risking his freedom, but for his newest YSL label signee. The YSL label has been around since around 2016. However, hasn't had many successful artists.
Put the phone down, Unk. Yeah, literally.
He had Lil Keed, but unfortunately passed away, and even someone like Young KO had potential but just didn't drop for a very long time. So now without Gunna or Lil Keed, Thug needed some new proteges, which led to him signing 1300 Sane and then the very controversial 9 Vicious, who some people call 9 Victims. Born in 2002, the Atlanta native faced allegations of contacting minors. I'm prob waiting till you're 18 to do that. Don't ever post again looking that good. I love you. Come over. Oh, your age? Yes, I forgot, but I'll still talk to you and be your friend. These are the messages 9 Vicious sent to a 16-year-old whilst he was 19. Now, even though a 3-year age gap isn't the same as a 30-year-old man trying to meet a literal
This would never happen on G59, okay? Maybe Thug doesn't know, but this would not happen on G59.
Kid he met through Roblox, it's still not morally right, especially with him even admitting he will wait till she's 18. And also, this is America, so it is illegal for people of those ages to, you know. And it continued to get worse for him. Well, he made it worse himself, as his response to these allegations bruh, and a bunch of sub emojis. Anyways, show finna be crazy. But that's not it, as later in a song from his project, Tumblr Music, he would say, "I know I effed up, I admit it, I was horny," which is a terrible response to allegations that could be career ending. And with Thug then publicly co-signing him in a tweet where he wrote his lyrics, fans would be pretty disappointed. Worst thing you've ever done. So we're just letting the grouping shit go, Thug? Yeah, you gotta go back to jail, man. Now, some people may use the excuse that Thug didn't know, but I'm pretty sure he definitely does, as he retweets and responds to fans often.
Julian, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Also, high quality film. You just talked in chat for the first time in 2 years. That's crazy. And prior to that, where did you follow me? When did you follow? The beginning of 2021, bro. What's up, Go? Welcome back in. Yeah, it's insane. We were up at 80. Yeah, we were up at 80 there not too long ago, but here we are, brother. Here we are. How's it going? Welcome in. Also, you got a gift to this up. Let's fucking go. I saw some drama about Ruby and Scrim about how a lot of their music is against like law enforcement, and then they called the cops over something. Apparently, it wasn't even that bad. I don't know nothing about that, but yeah, that's pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you gotta think, dude. Ruby and Scrim came from New Orleans, like a bad part of it, right? Of course, they're gonna have disdain for the law, bro. Like seeing like genuine police brutality and shit like that, right? You know. Sorry, I'm rewinding a little bit because I got distracted. I'm so sorry. Look back into Twitch this year. LMAO, how have you been? I've been great, homie. I really can't complain. Moved. Me and my girlfriend moved in together. Got a dog. Bought a house. We've been chilling, streaming, doing some more freelance work and stuff. Yeah, doing a crazy ass subathon that I'm trying to get below 50 hours or 45 hours today. Sorry, OnlyFans. What's new with you? But yeah, I'm gonna have to tap in on that, dude. I didn't know about that shit. I've just been playing some Roblox. Oh, hell yeah, bro. Also, I just want to make clear, me flipping off the camera was directed towards just libbed up P, okay? Okay, so low-key, now I don't rock with him no more. He knew what he was doing. I miss when NLE Choppa's and Blueface were like the top rappers when Shot of Flow came out. I don't. I fuck with NLE Choppa. Playing football overseas right now? That's awesome, homie. Big congrats, dude. That's sick.
Be pretty disappointed. Worst thing you've ever done. So we're just letting the group shit go, Thug? Yeah, you gotta go back to jail, man. Now, some people may use the excuse that Thug didn't know, but I'm pretty sure he definitely does, as he retweets and responds to fans often. So he definitely reads his replies. So yeah, of course, this is not a great look for Thug. It obviously won't really change people's opinion of him, but definitely still quite odd.
I mean, yeah,
but
it's lame as hell.
This is also rap, where you can pretty much get away with anything as long as people like your music. Because Nine Vicious is still having a great career, considering how long he's been out for. I mean, I don't think he even has like 300,000 monthly listeners, and he's already signed to Young Thug. Anyways, after all that drama, 6 months since his release from jail, Thug would drop his first single out, Money on Money, featuring Future, where fans were hoping for a fire single to set off the album rollout.
They ain't rocking with this?
Fans were sort of disappointed. It's not that the song was bad, but underwhelming. I love Thug, but am I the only one that thinks it's underwhelming? I don't know, let's wait till the album. These geezers need to try something new.
It's high quality.
What's news? When is this sound gonna die for the love of God? And not only did people think the song was boring, but fans were annoyed. Thug was once again sending shots at Gunna on this track.
Oh, was he really?
These fellas telling for nothing, and I gotta be the one calling them friends. With Thug's influence, you would expect fans to be siding with him. However, if you check the replies, everyone's actually defending Gunna. He didn't tell. Chill on Gunna, not gonna lie, you'll both be the system, just squash it now. Gunna took a plea deal, Buddy over here called him a rat. Just for him also to take a plea deal. Thug must have wanted to be the first fella to get that plea bargain. And I feel like the big reason of why fans are siding with Gunna is because since he was released, he's been on fire. He had a FU movie which peaked at number 4 on the Billboard.
He really, bro, I got a couple of Gunna songs on the stream playlist, bro. Oh my god, yeah, he's been He dropped 2 albums. He has like 2 big singles, dude. Yeah, he's crazy with it. But yeah, this is about the Young Thug drama currently. My goat washed. Should be playing Rivals right now to grind out the quests going on, but Rivals just isn't interesting me right now. Dude, that's fair. Honestly, so fair, bro. Sometimes your favorite games just get stale, you know, for a little bit. You gotta take a little break, take a little breather, then hop back into it, dude.
Hot 100, a huge hit, then many hit songs from his second album after his release, One of One,
yeah, dude.
One of One, On One Tonight, and Hakuna Matata.
On One Tonight is so gas, bro. How the drama even started, I'm not caught up. Basically, he's just like, he got out pretty much free out of like being in jail for 15 years. And then he's just been doing like dumb fucking drama. He's just been like tweeting shit that he shouldn't be tweeting. He's taking shots at Gunna when he shouldn't be taking shots at Gunna. He should just fucking make fucking music and stop tweeting. But he keeps getting in trouble with his fucking parole officer or whatever. Probation officer, sorry. Is parole, probation, whatever? Because he keeps like basically doxing people or like talking about gang shit. It's like, dude, fucking delete your Twitter account. Thug, delete the Twitter account. So just Kanye, but even dumber, basically. Yeah, Kanye with no anti-Semitism, pretty much. Low-key, and less manic.
Now, even though some people are now clowning Gunna for putting out Get Ready With Me music, Instagram Reels music...
No, that is so true though. The amount of times that I saw "fuck you mean" on some dumbass TikTok after it dropped. No, that's so on the nose. No, I gotta
are now clowning Gunna for putting out Get Ready With Me music, Instagram Reels music. It's working, whereas Thug's run has been a bit shaky. Anyways, back to Thug. It seemed like fans were getting tired, and unfortunately, he would continue with his stupid antics.
No.
On the 22nd of May.
Oh yeah, Cudi spoke out about Diddy, and Young Thug was like, "Damn, Cudi a rat." My goat washed. Literally, my goat fucking washed, bro. What the fuck?
Artist Kid Cudi would be subpoenaed to testify against Diddy about an alleged Molotov cocktail attack he carried out on his Porsche. Well, this is where Thug would step in and tweet, "Damn, Cudi a rat," which honestly felt like a breaking point for people on social media.
Yeah,
because
dude.
Thug got absolutely cooked for this. Young Thug almost 40 and still got the mindset of a child. Damn, Thug done beat a Rico and came out lame as hell. I'm telling you, son, we gotta start acknowledging the fact some fellas just on earth to hold black people back. I mean, there's a lot to break down about this situation. Firstly, well, Cudi isn't a street dude and has never acted like one. And second of all, he was subpoenaed, meaning he was called up to court and legally had to turn up to testify. Otherwise, they would have thrown him in jail. So with everything that we have covered so far, I think we can easily say most people are disappointed with you.
Dude, this is what happens to a motherfucker that's on drugs for years, and then finally he can't be on drugs anymore. And he's like, "Fuck it, we finna tweet." Me, fucking for real on the Ven account, dude. Whenever I'm like, nah, I should face my demons. Nah, I shouldn't get high to forget. I should face my demons. I'm on that shit like, holy fucking shit. It's a good thing that I have a girlfriend that loves being a mom, or I'd be one of the dudes that they said, "Oh, we didn't see the signs soon enough." I'm like, oh, fuck. I should probably delete that. People that I care about follow me on this Twitter account. Yo, Tori, good morning, goat. Yeah, dude, you don't get enough sleep, brother. I'm back. What I miss? Oh, nothing. Just Thug calling Cudi a rat. And fucking shitting on Gunna more. So stupid. Oh, and also people calling Gunna's music, Get Ready With Me music. Fuck you, me. Yes, so today what we're going to be doing with my eyelashes are calling me sir. Yeah?
Young Thug since his release from jail. You know, it was such a big moment. The legendary rapper facing life imprisonment, got off on probation, and is ready to make the craziest return to the rap game, just for him to give a feature.
Gunna basically did a plea deal. So he might have said that like Thug did shit. Pretty much. But then Thug did a plea deal too, which is why they're like, you a bitch. Why are you calling out Gunna? Squash it and fucking make some music together.
to Lil Baby, a 2021 verse on a Carti album, drop a generic song with Future, and put out stupid tweets. It's just disappointing. Personally, I thought the first day Thug got released, he was going to drop some crazy song which was going to go viral.
Yeah.
Now, I understand why he didn't. He's just been locked away for 2 years. He probably just wants to rest and see his family. And of course, with his parole terms, he has to be careful with what he said.
Well, also the other thing with like Thug is like, he has had, what, 3 #1 albums, and he had been making music for years and years before that. And he re-released some of his older shit on streamers, right? Or at least Spotify. He doesn't need a T Grizzy type like blow up where he releases a song the first day out and it goes viral. He already feels like he has that level of success, right? So that's another thing on probably why he's not stressing, is because he's like, yeah, I am a fucking legend in my own right. Like, whatever, dude. And he has money, I'm sure. I'm sure he's fine.
So I get that, but it's been like 6 months now, and to be fair, he's about to drop his album Oi Scutty, which was actually supposed to drop in May but got pushed back. With some fans even believing it got pushed back because no one really cared about it.
Oi Scutty, his return album, his first album since coming home from jail, you know, that album that everyone was hyping up before it even existed, was supposed to come out this Friday. I bet some of you watching this video didn't know that. Nobody was talking about it. It wasn't a big deal. Everyone was acting like they didn't care. It just wasn't talked about because
dropping in June.
Felt like people didn't care. Now, Young Thug has pushed the album back to June, and I think that that is actually part of the reason as to why it's been pushed back.
And even though his album's not even released yet, it was already under attack after it was confirmed that 21 Savage was featuring on the project, which just had many fans thinking, oh great, another generic trap album with features from the same artist.
Wait, 21 Savage? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was stoked on. Wait, did I hear that right? Sorry, I was looking at when this album's supposed to be released. That's my bad, honestly. Hold on, let me go back again. I'm so sorry.
I think that that is actually part of the reason as to why it's been pushed back.
And even
nah, dude, I honestly think, I said this earlier in the I think this could still sell well. Like, if it doesn't totally flop, like, the numbers on Money on Money, it's doing well. Last time I checked, it's right now his 3rd most streaming song, right? So I don't know. I don't think, and it's not as like controversial as Kanye, right? So, and also he's not gonna do some dumb shit where he only releases it on YouTube and shit, you know? So I think it can still do well. I just think that he's just hurting his shit. What was I looking for? Oh yeah, 21.
Even though his album's not even released yet, it was already under attack after it was confirmed that 21 Savage was featuring on the project.
Oh, great. Yeah, no, literally, if I remember correctly, I was hyped for the album that he dropped while he was in jail, or a mixtape or whatever it was, or his people did for him. But the 21 verses, yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of burnt out on 21 Savage too. So it's like kind of like, I'm kind of burnt on it. I don't know. Yeah, I'm kind of afraid that it is going to be mediocre. But I'll definitely listen, dude. Honestly, I'm going to tap in and see what the fuck's going on.
Which just had many fans thinking, oh great, another generic trap album with features from the same artists, Lil Baby, Future, and 21 Savage. Which again isn't a terrible thing, but with Thug, people were hoping for something experimental and out of the norm. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. Let me know what you guys think. Are you excited?
Burnout on Travis? Yeah, honestly, same, dude. I fucking love I love 21 Savage. I love Travis, but it's like, dude, same shit, dude. It's like very similar shit. Like, push something somewhere, dude. But this happens with rappers all the time. Like Future, he kind of like hit a little slump and then he came back with this fucking Metro project. That might just be what's happening with Thug. Like, he doesn't know where he wants to innovate yet, and he's gonna find it at some point.
Album, personally, I'll check it out. I'm not like a crazy Young Thug fan. He's a bit before my time. Like, I've listened to his albums. I probably have like 20 or 30 songs liked by him on Spotify.
Really?
But I'm not an avid fan of him compared to someone like Uzi or Carti. But
that's fair, bro. Because like, I'm not listening to Thug all the time, but when this happens because it happened with the albums and shit and how they save on Spotify, but I have like 104 Thug songs liked. I mean, Thug might be a weekly listen for me. He's not like a daily listen. Like, he's not up there in my favorite artists. He's one of my favorite rap and hip hop artists, but yeah, he's not like one of my faves. I feel like the female rappers are low-key dominating the mainstream rap scene now. Yeah, it's definitely getting a lot better, which is good to see. I very much appreciate Doechii and the way that she has brought like a different element to rap music. You know what I'm saying? Because like forever was like basically just like Nicki Minaj like type shit, right? And that has like its own like discussion of like, well, men praise that shit and like whatever, you know, whatever. And there's like other men that are like, oh, you're being, you know, whatever, right? You're being a whatever derogatory thing they would call a woman like Nicki Minaj or like Cardi B, right? But I appreciate the fact that Doechii does her own shit and like kind of has her own vibe. Like, yeah, she's killing it. I love it. I know that people are like pissed at her right now because of the whole red carpet thing, like Aiden Ross was, whatever. And people are like, she's overrated, whatever. That happens when you hit a certain level of popularity, dude. I fuck with it overall. I haven't like listened to a fuck ton of Doechii, but everything I've heard, I fuck with. Well, Anxiety did get old really quickly. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
That's due to my age. But another issue I think there is with Young Thug is like there's a lot of people who like the idea of Young Thug or just follow the hype of Thug because they know he's a respected figure, but only a minority of those people actually check out his music, if that makes sense. Like, everyone knows he's
I think that makes perfect sense. Yeah, like Thug has an aura about him. Like, he is basically a legendary artist at this point. But everybody might not always tap in on the albums, you know what I'm saying?
Super influential dude, so they just kind of have to like and respect him. I think just one of those.
Or you got one Thug song on your playlist. You're like, oh yeah, this shit. You got Halftime on your playlist. It's like one of his like lesser known. Wait, is it? It's not top 10, right? Yeah, no. One of his like lesser known songs. You're like, tap in, brother. You hear this? Yeah, dude. Bet you didn't know about this Young Thug because it came out in like 2016. Not everybody knows about it. That type shit, right? But you aren't like listening to him every day.
Situations where Thug's influence, name, and image is just bigger than his actual music. Like, he's still a huge artist that, you know, that can pull crazy numbers, but maybe just not as big as we think. Because if we look at his album sales, he's never really reached the heights of someone like Lil Baby, Carti, Uzi. He's, you know, his highest selling album is 130,000. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. What do you think of Thug's run since he was released? And will you be checking out his album?
I mean, also 130,000 is nothing to scoff at, by the way.
Fans compare Youngboy's release from jail and how he did it pretty much perfectly, and it's what Thug should have done. Youngboy announced a huge nationwide arena tour, dropped a bunch of songs including features from Ye and Carti, obviously creating insane buzz around his name. Like, I don't even listen to Youngboy, but after I heard Alive with Carti and Ye, I checked out the other stuff he put out recently. I mean, Thug might do the same too. Maybe his album will be crazy, loads of hits, goes on a tour and takes over the game. We'll have to wait and see.
Oh, the hyperbolic titles and thumbnails. I respect it. This dude loves the down arrow, bro. He loves the down arrow. I respect it though. How long you been streaming? Like today or like all time? Also, I saw someone on TikTok talking about how Nicki Minaj ruined the rap scene because she was so good that she ruined it for other female rappers because they don't live up to the hype of Nicki. Now, somebody who came into the rap and hip hop scene like 2013, 2014, right? Take this with a grain of salt. I do not think that is true. I don't think that Nicki Minaj, I honestly, with the fucking diss that I heard from Nicki Minaj and like all her like away from the music, like drama and shit, right? I think Nicki Minaj kind of went out sad. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude. Like, just like, hey, dude, just, there's a reason that some rappers just pack it up and move along and some keep going, right? Maybe it was a time to pack it up and move it along. At least from my viewpoint, and I was never like a huge Nicki fan. She had a crazy run. She was incredibly talented. Literally, you could not go anywhere without hearing some Nicki songs. I think it kind of like was like Nicki Minaj, holy shit, holy shit, holy shit. And then like, and then like, oh, and then like, this like most recent, yeah. I'd rather just listen to Gaga. I know she's not a rapper. I think I would literally rather listen, like right now, if everybody, like, let's say, if I had to listen to Nicki Minaj, Doechii, Cardi B, and Megan Thee Stallion, right? It'd be like Doechii, Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, Nicki. Like, I would not listen to a modern Nicki album. I don't think Nicki Minaj ruined the rap scene for women or just the rap scene at all. At least my viewpoint. I don't know. But yeah, dude. Let's see. How is Cudi is a rat when he isn't in the streets to begin with? Has this smoke for Cudi, who's a civilian but says he's a fan of Drake, who's suing over a rap battle. Thug can have several seats. Oh yeah, dude. He has been buddy with Drake. This last year has made it extremely clear that rappers who aren't at the very top anymore act like middle school girls in real life. Oh my god. Thug should stay off the net and focus on music. He's on probation and anything he says can be considered incriminating. Dude needs to tread more lightly. Yeah, dude, he should just delete every social media off his phone. He shouldn't have spoke on the Diddy case. It's too soon considering what he just went through. Calling Cudi a rat was lame. Yeah, that shit's lame as fuck. His attitude is turning people off. You ain't no god just because you got out of jail. Be humble, grown, and evolved. Or be 6ix9ine and crash out fully. There are no in-betweens. He be on some corny shit. I liked Thug, but I didn't like it when he called Cudi a rat. That's just lame, bro. It's Diddy we talking about here. I'm not going to give these celebrities a pass just because I like their music. Same goes for Kanye. That's real, dude. That's real as fuck. Yeah, I think it's lame as hell. Isn't her husband like a piece of shit? Oh, yeah, dude. That's a big can of worms. Again, I feel like I went too hard on Young Boy. I really need to tap in more on Young Boy. I know I said Little Baby was more like whatever, but maybe I'm being too much for Young Boy. Maybe I need to tap in because that's based off like basically like 2018 to like 2022, right? For me, I haven't been tapped in on Young Boy really at all.